Good morning. First thing first, I want to talk about identifying a problem and how legislative authority can be the solution. So the first thing I had to do was find out what the problem was. What I found the problem was legislation was being passed or not being passed that had a direct impact on the citizen and individual's direct lifestyle. From there, I needed to gather information. What were some of the issues? We're talking inflation, overtaxing, underrepresentation, overpricing, and there were many more. Once I figured that part out, I decided to ask myself I needed to generate a solution. What is the solution? I came to that conclusion based on who is approving and who is not approving the legislation that is for or against me as an individual or you as an individual. It came to my understanding that they being the current elected officials who approve legislation, had the power to affect the citizens' lives directly through legislation. So I needed to figure out, what can I do to put the power in the people's hands to be able to assist with legislation? It came to my understanding. What does legislation impact? Legislation impacts the creation and modification of laws. If we have individuals currently who are not creating laws to help, but creating laws to hurt, or they're doing both, but the people who it's affecting don't have a say-so, there was a problem that needed a solution. Citizens having legislative authority is the solution. When we ask questions like, why is this happening? We don't have to ask those questions anymore, because we become the sole responsible group as citizens that vote on the changes that are implemented in our society. So we've identified a problem. We've brought in some of the issues for that problem. And now I want to implement a solution that needs you to understand how legislative authority works. Legislative authority also works in ways of the expansion or limitation of jurisdiction. Legislative authority directly affects the judicial system that upholds the law. So when we ask questions about, shouldn't this be against the law? It's a common sense question, but it's not a legislatively backed question. When you have these questions, we have to use our legislative authority to create law. We don't want to ask for it to be done. We want to be able to vote for it to be done, because other individuals that are currently in office may not have our problem. This is the point where I'm saying I need the follows, I need the support, because I am driving for citizens to have legislative authority. We can enact things like the establishment of new courts or judicial positions through legislation. If we are seeing that there needs to be oversight through legislation, we can create an oversight committee. Why is no one looking into the problems that we're having? Because no one is concerned, because they're probably benefiting from it. So they're not going to create an oversight committee. They're not going to create laws that are going to help govern the problem, keep the checks and balances where they need to be. That's why I am asking for citizens to assist me in getting legislative authority. Procedural changes. We can have procedural changes be brought into our government through legislative authority from citizens. Citizens want to see better. Now we can demand better, because we have a part in the legislative building of this community, of our country. Funding and resources. If you are underfunded, legislation is what does that. But we, again, are not the approving authority. We're the authority that's not being asked. And I need you to be part of the approving or disapproving process for if these things are going to happen. Clarification of ambiguous language. We can clean it up and make it something that is readable to all citizens. We are not all on the same educational level. And we're trying to bring us up there. But until that happens, we can make language clear and concise where it is understood. We have the inherent power to change the way we do business today lawfully. And that is what I want to stand for. That is what I'm asking you to support me in. I'm going to say again, if you go to legislation.state.florida.us and you look up the Constitution of the state of Florida, Article 1 is the Declaration of Rights. Section 1 of that article, political power. All political power is inherent in the people. It is inherent to us to have political power. The problem is we have allowed ourselves to be written out of the proper avenue to utilize that power. So what we're going to do is we're going to put ourselves back in the position. Will it slow down legislation? Absolutely. But you have to argue why we need to be pushing super fast. We need to be pushing for understanding. Through understanding creates efficiency. It doesn't go backwards. Through understanding creates efficiency. When we don't understand, we look at these problems and we think that there are no solutions. This is a root cause solution. Legislative authority is a root cause solution. I need the support with simply the follows. If they kill TikTok, if they ban TikTok, it's okay. I have Instagram, I have YouTube under Rodney C. Glover. You can find me. I am there. If you have any questions, pull them up. In my profile, you can see every individual on that little link I put in my profile that tells you who is running for office. Go and listen to if they are advocating for the citizen to control its state. I don't think they are. But that's what we need. We need citizens to be a part of economic foreshaping in these states. It is healthy to let the citizens be more in control, have a more healthier role in what we do in this country. It's gotta be. You got a ton of commercials out there just saying, we need your vote, we need your vote, we need your vote. We do. But we need you to have power. We need you to have authority behind your vote. We need you to feel like that vote matters. That's legislative authority in the state of Florida. That is what I stand for, and that is what I'm going to bring. If you have any questions, by means, put them in the comments. We know we have complaints. I'm creating an avenue to have solution. We are no longer going to complain without solution. We are the solution. You and me, we make up the solution. Please help me as I continue to strive to be governor of Florida and bring a solution to our many problems. Thank you. Have a great day.